What's going on, geeks and gamers? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and today I want to talk about what's sweeping the nation, the absolute craze, Baby Yoda. Now listen, I resisted it for a really long time, calling him Baby Yoda. I wanted to say Baby Yoda species, I wanted to say the child something, but it's too late. It is now forever imprinted on everyone's minds, Baby Yoda. So that is what I must call it. I must name it by its proper name that everyone's using. So Baby Yoda, it is, as much as it pains me. Now, you guys may have heard my opinions on Baby Yoda, but that's not what this video is really about. There's a lot of speculation on what is going to happen to Baby Yoda, where he came from, everything like that. So I thought a good idea would be to go ahead and cover everything we know about Yoda and his species from canon and from legends. By legends, what I mean is the expanded universe. All of the books, comics, video games, etc. That wasn't just the 6 movies all the way from 1977 to 2014 when Disney decided to go their own way for creative freedoms. Now, ever since George Lucas introduced Yoda in Empire Strikes Back in 1980, people have been extremely curious about him in the same way that they were with a lot of characters. You know, they're asking questions like, why does he talk the way that he talks? Why is he doing on Dagobah? You know, why is he so small? Why is he so powerful in the Force? Why is he so old? All these questions that never really got answered by George Lucas, and that was his intent. He wanted it to remain a mystery. Now, once we got to the prequels and we saw Yaddle, another Jedi Master, those questions just kind of went up, and we kept speculating more and more as we saw another member of Yoda's species. The expanded universe gave us some hints, gave us even more example of Yoda's species, which is what was officially named because the species didn't technically have a name. But let's go ahead and start with what Disney has told us about Yoda and his species, which isn't a ton. But we'll go ahead and start there. Yoda and his species in canon is a very short story. We know that Yoda's species was shrouded in mystery, an ancient race that is hardly ever seen across the galaxy. Their life expectancy was much greater than that of humans, ranging centuries, as they age much slower, remaining in infancy for at least 50 years. Yoda was born 900 years before the Battle of Endor, and joined the Jedi Order as a youngling. Attaining the rank of Master by the age of 100, he began training Jedi, estimated to have had a hand in training at least 20,000 in his lifetime. He developed a close relationship with the Wookiees, serving numerous times as a negotiator for disputes amongst their people. His last known Padawan was the human Dooku, who would go on to take the title Count and become Darth Tyrannus. And that's literally all we know before the prequels about Yoda's species in current canon. And that kind of makes sense because they've only had a couple years to build it up. At the same time, they had a huge wealth of knowledge in the expanded universe. Now, again, George Lucas was very tight-lipped and shot down a lot of projects that involved Yoda, but we do have a little more in terms of what we know and what we can kind of speculate about his species in Legends or the expanded universe. After leaving his unknown homeworld with a human friend, Yoda, unaware that he was Force-sensitive, traveled to the core worlds to start a life and seek employment, but their ship was damaged by an asteroid. With their ship crippled, few rations, and life support running out, they were barely able to limp to a remote star system, a swampy planet covered in fog. They were found by a Jedi Master named Nakata del Gormo, who told them they could in fact touch the Force. Master Gormo trained Yoda in the ways of the Force, taking him as an apprentice. He then traveled on a Republic transport to Coruscant, where Yoda continued training. It was then revealed that Yoda was in fact much more Force-sensitive than even Master Gormo had realized, recording the highest midichlorian count in history, holding for nearly a millennia until Anakin Skywalker. By the age of 96, he became a Jedi Master, eventually being named to the Jedi High Council, beginning training students at 800 years before the Battle of Yavin, or BBY. By 400 BBY, Yoda was considered one of the greatest Jedi Masters to have ever lived, having mastered all 7 forms of lightsaber combat and incredibly powerful in nearly every Force ability. By 200 BBY, Yoda and the other Masters noticed a shift in the Force and sensed the dark side growing. While some believe this could be due to the growing power of the Sith, Yoda maintained that it symbolized the upcoming prophecy of the Chosen One, who would bring balance to the Force. Many younger Jedi disagreed and formed a breakaway group known as the Potentium, who believed that light and dark did not matter, that it was the intention of the individual that did, feeling the Jedi were afraid to explore the full potential in the Force, not dissimilar to what's referred to as Grey Jedi. In 130 BBY, Yoda led the movement to get the Potentium officially expelled from the Jedi Order. Though he trained numerous Jedi through his years as a Jedi Master, including Sindralig, a future Jedi Battle Master, his most notable Padawan learner was Dooku, who went on to become a powerful Jedi until he left the Order, pledging his allegiance to Darth Sidious. Though much of Yoda's species remained a mystery, we do know that all the members we saw were Jedi, and skilled ones at that. We know of Master Yaddle, who was also on the Jedi Council, and was killed prior to the Clone Wars. Master Vandar, introduced in the game in Knights of the Old Republic, who also sat on the Council, this time on Dantooine, helped retrain Revan after his fall to the dark side. Master Oteg was also a Jedi Master in the Old Republic during the Great Galactic War and the Cold War with the Sith Empire, commanding the 1st Expeditionary Fleet. A lesser-known member, Master Minch, is an outlier of the species, lacking the calm, cool demeanor of all other known members, but still highly skilled. He served the Jedi around 700 BBY. And an unnamed Jedi, assumed to have died during the thought bomb on Ruusan around 1,000 years BBY, had a statue carved in the monument to the fallen Jedi on Ruusan. Most known members of the species talked in the unique sentence structure that Yoda made so well known to all Star Wars fans. It had always been Lucas's policy to keep the origins and history of Yoda and his species to be largely a mystery, discouraging and even vetoing several proposed projects involving Yoda and his species, not wanting too much to be revealed. With the newest addition to this secretive species being the Child, it seems like we may finally have some answers to what Star Wars fans have been asking for years. So again, even in the expanded universe, not too much. Obviously, there's a lot more time, but a lot of people wanted to write stories about Yoda, and George continuously shot them down and vetoed those things because he did want it to remain a mystery. It's going to be interesting to see in The Mandalorian what they decide to do. What are they going to reveal going forward? Are they really going to talk about the origin of the species? Are we going to get a name? All of these things. And is this, people have been speculating, could it be a clone of Yoda? Is it offspring of Yoda and Yaddle? I think that might be the one that people would think is funniest and enjoy the most, but maybe would be a little skeptical of, considering Yoda was so against attachments. But I want to know what you guys think down below. Let me know in the comments, do you think that this is a clone of Yoda? Do you think it's offspring? Do you think that maybe it's just a random species, a random another Yoda species that they've found somehow and that they are running experiments on? I do think it's clear that they want to clone these things, but again, it's all speculation. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think that we're going to get some answers that we really want, or would you rather it remain a mystery? Let us know. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.